Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Say, a fellow shining Nikki and Love Nikki player, and I'm here to teach you little tips and tricks about the games, guide you through them, help you manage your diamonds, bring you information from the future, and just have some fun. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and of course hit the bell notification button to not miss any of the future uploads. So a probably lengthy video today, I'm gonna talk about all of the ways that you can increase your styling power as much as you can. Now, there are a lot of ways to do this, and a lot of players really neglect some of these methods, so let's get into it. The styling power is really important and probably the most important aspect of this game, which is what makes it so unique among all the other dress-up games. It stands out. It's important for Arena that you get weekly gems, complete suits, and awaken UR reflections. For this, you need to keep up with the score, and you don't even have to be a high pink player to do that. I only get myself monthly cards, and I'm able to stay in top 500. It's important for all the other modes like Colors Newsroom, and of course events, chapters, and various other team modes. So let's start with the first one, and it's going to be the most obvious one because that is just clothing. So naturally, the better your clothing is, the bigger your styling power is going to be. UR items give you the highest styling power, and a common misconception I see is that people wonder how come some SSR items are going to give you a higher score than some UR ones. So this is because every item comes with its own attribute, and if you have a sweet pink attribute dress that gives you 4000 power, if you try to use it on a cool/blue stage, the styling power is going to be significantly smaller, and the SSR clothes with cool attribute will win. So keep that fact in mind that each suit has its own dominant attribute with the highest styling power. So here I have a UR backpack, which only gives me 270 power, and here I have an SSR one that gives me 489. The reason for that is because this is a pink attribute. So its dominant attribute is sweet, and if I was on the sweet stage right now, this item would be on top. When you are putting an outfit for the battle together, click the recommended option down here in the bottom right corner, and the game will automatically put all the highest score items on you. If you don't have the recommended option because it's not available on all of the stages and all of the modes, and you have to put your outfit manually, you want to make sure that your order right here is set to recommended order. This is important. By doing this, the highest score item of every category is going to be placed on top, so you won't have to worry about what to wear. Just put the item that's on top of the list and select it. But bear in mind that if you do have a new item that you haven't yet opened or tried on, it's going to be on top of your list, no matter what your order settings are, so don't get confused about that. Pick the one underneath it, the one with the highest score power. Let's move on to the designer's reflections, and this is the same as the clothing, and we all know this already, but the higher the rarity, the bigger your score is going to be. As of now, the best designer's reflections of every attribute that we have in game are, for the orange attribute, it is going to, of course, be Lowen. So this guy is really good, but if you don't get lucky enough to pull him early on, the strongest SSR, orange/elegant designer's reflection, is actually the one that we all got at the start of our journey for free, and that is Ching Yumo. So you want to focus on her if you don't have a UR designer's reflection. When it comes to the green one, the strongest one, of course, is going to be Mercury right here. Now, I'm not sure for the SSR ones, but you don't really need the SSR ones because Mercury is pretty easily obtained for free from the arena, and you don't have to worry about anything else. So get him. You can very easily get all of his other pieces if you've been ranking from the start, and even awaken him. For pink/sweet attribute, Leonid is the best one we currently have. Hopefully we're gonna get a better one in the future. Maybe our first UR event is going to be a pink attribute. Who knows? I already made a video on it. I'm gonna link it in the description down below. we are moving on to the purple slash sexy attribute, and of course Lilith is the best one right here. And I actually got very lucky and I pulled this one on my free pull. Here's the screenshot. I don't know how that happened, but I'm really happy about it. So I'm working on her now. But if you don't have her, I'm pretty sure that the strongest SSR purple reflection is going to be Caprico. I've already awakened this guy and he's pretty strong and my power is like 35,000 for this. Now that's not anything to brag about, but given the fact that I don't really spend that much money and I just get monthly cards, I think it's pretty good, and I managed to stay in top 500 in Arena and even top 300 sometimes. The strongest blue slash cool designer's reflection we currently have in game is this VIP 15 SSR Loan. But yeah, I'm pretty sure not all of us can afford this bad guy. But it's fine because we have another baddie that we can use, and that is our Queen of Mercenaries, Zoe. Before I move on to Zoe, we have this one, Nikki Before Dawn. So this was in one of the previous events that we had, and she is stronger than Zoe. But given the fact that you can't max her out unless you've spent an insane amount of gems to get like 10 echoes, Zoe's gonna be stronger on the longer run. She's pretty good, and you can get her echoes for absolutely free by just doing intel, and by doing that you can upgrade and max out her Call of Reflection, which needs like over 10 echoes or something. So yeah, in the longer run, she is definitely the strongest SSR reflection for now that we have of the cool attribute. So in order to awake your designer's reflection, as you can see down here, you need an echo. So you only need one echo, and you need to own all of the pieces of the suit associated with the designer's reflection. So every reflection comes with a certain suit. So in order to awaken it, you need to upgrade your designer's reflection to 4 stars. So it has to be 4 stars. You need to have an echo, which is a duplicate of the reflection, and you need to own the entire suit. By doing that, you are going to be able to claim the entire recolor and to awaken your reflection to give it 15% more styling power. So of course, next to upgrading and leveling up your designer's reflection and raising its star count, you also have to work on the passive effect and the Call of Reflection. Now the passive effect is something that you get by upgrading these tiny little squares here, and for that, if you click on it, it's going to tell you that you need these outfit crystals. Now the way you get these crystals is by decomposing clothes. So if you go to the dream cube down here in the bottom right corner and click on the decomposer, you will be able to decompose your clothing for these outfit crystals. If you decompose SSR clothing, you're going to get SSR outfit crystals. If you decompose UR clothing, you're going to be getting outfit crystals for the UR reflections. So we can only use SSR ones on SSR reflections, UR and UR reflections, and so on. So once you get enough of these crystals, we can see down here, I'm going to upgrade the diversion trap because I have enough of crystals, and it's going to boost my score. So that is pretty cool. We can see right here, I went to level 2 and it increased some of the stats. The next one is the Call of Reflection, which is also very important. It's another part of this feature that greatly increases your reflection's power. In order to do this, you will have to sacrifice echoes, but you have to make sure that you save 1 echo to awaken your reflection. You only need 1 echo for awakening, and you can only awaken your reflection once, so all of the other echoes you get, you can freely use to upgrade the designer's Call of Reflection. You can get Zoe's echoes, like I already said, for free by doing Intel Hub. It does take some time, but if you're patient, you're gonna get there. So this is very important. Let's move on to concepts. Concepts boost your score by thousands of points, so do not neglect this feature. In here, you can see that I have something called a resonance. To explain this a little bit better, it's kind of like puzzle pieces, and certain concepts are made of multiple pieces, and in order to activate its full power, you're going to need them all, and you have to place them in the correct order. So I have one SR resonance and I have one SSR resonance right here. So the second one, the one that's made out of two parts, is an SSR one, and it's designed by Aeon and Marina. And in order for this resonance to take place, I needed both of these pieces and I had to put them in this exact order. So if I move them around, if I switch them, the resonance goes away and the styling power goes down by about 500 points. So you have to make sure that you have them in order. When they're in order, resonance inspired text is going to show up underneath it and you're going to know. So another easy way to know is basically just by looking at their names, because one of them is called Separation and Bond 1 and the other one Separation and Bond 2. So that's also how you know what the order for them is. Not all concepts have a resonance, and if you want to check which ones do, you want to go to Promote Concept right here, and you want to select each concept that you want. For example, the first one, Nikki and Maryland. So you want to do this, you want to click Show Details, the little magnifying glass, and then click on the resonance. Here it's going to show you the pieces that you need to complete the resonance and how they look like. But again, it's pretty easy to tell because all of the concepts that do have a resonance have a number attached to it. So you can see Nikki and Maryland 1, Nikki and Maryland 2, Hell's Ambition 2, Hell's Ambition 1, Nikki's World 2, Between Morning Night 2. So those are all that have resonance. But down here you have one called Deadly Fruit, this one. It doesn't have a number attached to it and therefore it doesn't have a resonance. So that's another easy way to check. Now we've only covered setting your concepts up, but now we have to move on to actually upgrading, deepening them, and increasing their power. So again, you want to click on a certain concept that you want to upgrade. And here you can do two things. You can upgrade and deepen it. In order to upgrade it, you need these little stones in the top row, and you can get them, at least the first one, you can get them by doing the Concept Voyage team battles. So they're pretty easy to get, and you can also use your spare concepts, but I don't recommend doing that as there is a better place to deal with your duplicate concepts. So just do this. It also consumes gold, quite a bit of gold may I add, and when you upgrade it, you can tell that it increases your styling power. The second thing you want to do is deepen your concept, and to do this, you're going to need duplicates. So your goal here is to actually fill up this little flower under the name. Here I'm going to put an arrow to it, so you want to fill it up. So for that, I think you need 5 duplicate concepts. Now let's go ahead and do this. I have 2 duplicates, so I can finish this one. Let's deepen it. Yes, let's do it. And we are done with it. It's 5 stars and its power is actually maximated, so that is pretty great. So I went back and I upgraded the level to 25 and I maxed it out for now, and you can see that the power went up by a couple hundreds, which is pretty cool. And now we have another skill right here, raises basic shining moment score by 10, and this score is now activated because the concept hit level 25. So now that we are done with that, let's talk about how to obtain these actual concepts. And you're going to be doing that by going to the Merge Concepts page right here. And what you can do here is pick all of your duplicate concepts. I don't have 3, but you have to have 3, either 3 the same or 3 different ones. It doesn't have to be the same. And you are going to merge them. Now by doing this, you're going to lose the concepts, but you will be gaining shards, or if you get lucky, you are going to be getting a random concept in return. So the way this works is, if you merge SSR concepts, you're going to get UR shards or a random UR concept. If you merge SR concepts, you are going to get SSR shards or a random SSR concept. So here are the shards exchange. When you have enough of shards, you will be able to exchange for a random concept as well. Next station is Stylist Academy. I cannot stress enough how important this is. So don't forget to do it every day. Don't let your tries stack up to 30 and then go even above that, because you're gonna lose your free chances. Please don't do that. So this is very important. Upgrade these as much as you can, and you want to unlock this one down here, the advanced one, as soon as possible. Now, this one does take a lot of the drops, as you can see here, but it does help with your score quite a bit. And the way I do this is I work on all of them. Like, I want to have all of them pretty much at the same level. So they're all at the elite right now, with an exception of the Fashion Stylist ruler, which is one tier above because I worked on it a bit more, and also the Secret Outwear, which is still at the Stylist, which is a tier above Elite because I didn't work on it enough. But this really helps out with your styling power, so do work on the Academy daily. Next, we are moving on to the makeup study. Don't forget to do this. It doesn't just give you beautiful makeup, it also increases attribute styling power. So if you are low on a certain attribute, you want to visit this place and work on the study that gives you attribute power that you need. So for example, this one here boosts green, boosts orange and pink, and you're going to get like extra styling power every time you do this, and you are going to get pretty makeup. So I picked this one because I really need that sweet power. I really do. I'm low on it because I cannot awaken Leonid since his echo does not want to drop for some reason for me. So yeah, that's why I picked this one. And I also really love this little blush item down here at the bottom. I need it. Your bond with Nikki is also a big score factor. There isn't really much to do here other than just making sure that she always has enough of food. She ate everything that I've given her today, as you can see. But yeah, I do spend gems sometimes here just because I really want her bond to just rise up, because it's pretty important. And you also want to make sure that she has enough of these like little toys that she can play with, which she needs vigor for, and she gets vigor by eating the snacks, so she needs both, otherwise she for some reason can't function. But yes, every once in a while also you will be able to talk to her and trigger like mini events, which will also increase your power. So you want to make sure to drop by every once in a while and see if Nikki is in the mood to give you, some of her time. And lastly, nail salon. This is another massive boost, and I already have a full guide on it, so I'm just briefly going to go over it. You want to save all of your currency, you want to save your tickets for the time-limited events, and don't go around unlocking everything in the nail art research. Focus on your UR nail sets or SSR ones. Now there is a free UR set right here in Hell's store, down here. Here it is, Fairy Kingdom. I already have the base, and now I am working on fully completing it, and for that I need to get these duplicates, which is how I'm going to research the recolor. Now besides this one, once your salon reaches level 10, you are going to get a free UR set. So it's this one, and you actually have to complete it to 50% in order to level up your salon to the next level. So I've done that. I do recommend actually going for the recolor too, especially if you are a V0 player, because it is a UR set and it is pretty free, but as you can see, it does take a lot of currency. Now, it's same as with everything else. Every nail set has its own dominant attribute. So this one is elegant, and it gives us the most elegant power. So we can see 1.almost 5k. And the other one that I have down here, this is actually sweet attribute, and it gives us the most sweet power. So yeah, just because you have a UR set, that doesn't mean it's going to boost up all of your attributes. So for now, we pretty much have a free sweet and a free elegant UR one that we can use. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or future video idea suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. See you in the next video.